When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Receiver, all about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub. Brain spins, A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints and rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow. Are you ready? Set? Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
All right, Coach, coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Chargers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Check green 90, ground 80.
55, Mike. Night, sweetheart. Watch the edge.
Alpha!
Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Red Delta! White, 80 high!
Throwing again. Rivers. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, Rocket!
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The third down run gets him nothing.
They dialed up the blitz on third down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now the third year back out of Texas, Deontay Foreman. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as winning is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs because he can really impact this offense. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. A first down carry now for Miller. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
This is it. 19. 24. 50 seconds to mine. I'm coming for it.
A first carry now for Kofradi Muhammad. And his first carry, he loses the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
Hey, Delta! Undercrunch!
The start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. We become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Rivers finding his top receiver. That's Allen. 16 yards, a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was...
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
Let's see if they do that. On third down, Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Texans will take over at the 20. And now out comes Houston. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Watson steps away to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Thomas Davis. 20, 10. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. No score after 1 on EA Sports. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2, as they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. After the interception, time to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
57, Mike, 57.
Now a 1st down throw. Watson forced out to his left. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8.
It's going to be a long day. 57.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And oh, this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. A shotgun snap for Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's fourth down. Fourth down, so the Texans dial up the number of their second-year punter, Trevor Daniel. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams, an 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
To throw, Rivers. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And they... pick up 25 as they convert on third. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
And
a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Hey, wahoo!
Following the interception here, Rivers. Throw to the right here to Gordon.
You ain't going nowhere.
And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken. Really nice gain of 25 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Dancing to his left. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
Slam!
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Going deep here for Allen. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So that PI call will give them one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one unless there's another defensive penalty.
Michael Badgley on for the field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
Badgley's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Second 90, block 15.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. Allen, the intended receiver.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters, and this is what he's always had, and that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson out to his left. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards, the pickup, 1st down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Miller. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch him. 57's Mike 57.
And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Be ready. 59. 57. Mike 57.
3rd and 2. Watson. Man open. That's Kiki QT complete. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the 1st down. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
Check 3.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons. Down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Watson. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Completion left side to Miller. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Hey, 59! Check, left, jump.
Watson hands this to Foreman, and he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Rush in. 50 seconds. Mike, 50 seconds. Oh, you got D? Show it up.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Don't get nervous. Check safety, check safety.
On first down, it's Watson. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Watson. Got an open man. It's QT. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
57's the mark.
Now Watson operating from the gun. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Phillip Rivers, no stranger to fourth-quarter comebacks. He's led the Chargers back to victory 26 times coming into this year. But work to do here if he wants to add another notch to the belt. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50, past the 20, 10, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have made this a 1-score game. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Derek Watt, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken in at the 1. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded about a yard deep.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Operating from the gun, Watson being chased out left. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson, he's got Fuller. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gardens get together.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The old Cal Bear, Brandon Mebane, gets the sack. Play action from Miller. Now Watson steps away to his left. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. It's out time. It's out time, guys. It's out time.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A big play there by Gordon. 47 yards on the ground.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason.
Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Hey, Delta! General West! Check 26, check 26. 49!
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. It looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Here's Badgley now for the Charger field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Badgley able to knock this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Watson on 1st down. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And it's a fumble, and picked up by the Chargers. And the return this time will...
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you want to give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get the off my chest, though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my brakes are off. Every
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my hell. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Eno. Think I'm part Italian. Blame it on Gino. Smells like the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. For the genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by they sell.
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my hell. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get